Hey folks, Jeremy McGowan here. This uh, this video is more of a question or a statement or me just waxing poetic about something that occurred today that kind of gave me a little bit of a reality check. I had an individual who is part of UFO Twitter, but I've been speaking to them on Telegram now for a while, who reached out to me with a very special request after they had watched the the video podcast that I did with Luis Jimenez on the Unidentified Celebrity Review. Now, this person said that they had listened to the Unidentified Celebrity Review and took note of the fact that I stated that I'm taking the O.S.I.R.I.S out on an investigation in April to a potential crash site of a UAP back in 1953, just outside of Kingman, Arizona. And he brought up a really, really thoughtful request, but it really got me thinking. It got me thinking in a couple different ways. One was on the consciousness and karmic levels, and the other one was just on, I don't even know how to describe it, but a level that would be more along the lines of relationship management. His request to me was that when I go to this crash site, if I can find the crash site, if I'm fairly convinced that where I am at is at, on, or near the alleged crash site in 1953, which apparently is claiming that there was some bodies recovered from the UAP that crashed in Kingman, Arizona back in 1953. His request to me was that I do something to memorialize the death of the occupants of that craft. I don't yet want to call them aliens. I don't want to label them as ultra-terrestrial or interdimensional or aliens or ultra-humans or whatever. So for now, I will call them bodies. But and he brings up a good point. He stated that when we, as humanity, when we lose somebody, we memorialize their loss, whether it's with a tombstone or flowers or a ceremony or something like that. But he requested that I pick up some flowers or something to be able to memorialize their loss and say a few words while I'm there. And I'll be honest, that had never crossed my mind. Maybe I'm not in tune with my sensitivities, or maybe I'm just not of that thought process, but it made me step back and think. If they are humanity, then yeah, this makes complete and total sense, because it's an extension of a continuation of our own traditions. If they are not humanity, it also makes complete and total sense, because let's assume that we're monitored. This seems to me to be not a wasted effort. It seems to me to be an action, when done with sincerity, that I don't know what it will do. I don't know if this will cause anything to occur. If UAP and the phenomena is a product of conscious manifestation, then the memorialization of a loss seems to be an appropriate direction in which to go when we're talking about consciousness and karmic states. But at the same time, even in war, we pay respects to fallen enemy soldiers and we treat them with respect, as do they us, for the most part. So, regardless of the nature or the status of UAP, or at a minimum of this UAP, whether it was neutral, friend, foe, or us, it shouldn't matter. Death is death. And we should respect other life, regardless of the origin of that life. So, sure, absolutely. After conscious thought, after significant thinking about this, I gave this individual my word that if I thought that I would be on or within very close proximity of where this alleged crash took place back in 1953, causing the loss of life, and I'm sorry for struggling with the pronunciation of life. I was contemplating what the definition of life is, but I think even artificial life, if sentient, is life. So sure, let's do that. And let's make it a point that during our investigations, when we go out on location, if we are investigating a crash or any type of event that has subsequently caused a loss of life on any side, that we approach that with cognizant understanding and respect, that and with the assumption that somebody, something, somewhere most likely has a void or an emptiness because of that. Maybe this is what humanity has been expected to do all along. I have no idea. But this seems to me to be not wasted time. So to the individual who gave me the idea and made me think internally and very deeply about how I felt about certain things, please know that you have changed my personal approach and philosophy, not only just on this, but on certain other things. And I appreciate that. So, absolutely, I will do this, and I would encourage any other investigators out there, when dealing with something along these lines, that we treat the event with as much respect as we would if we were investigating an aircraft crash or a car crash or any other type of fatal accident. Because until it's proven otherwise, we don't know if this is humanity. And even if it is not humanity, life deserves respect. Thank you.